Hello everybody and welcome to Dharma's Cooking Show. In a past live stream, which I regretfully forgot about until up to 5 minutes ago, I promised that I would start a cooking series on my channel with a ton of cooking and stuff. And this is that story. And that's my annoying dog. 1 second. No, be quiet. I'm going to throw him a bone. Not sponsored. Shoo. Okay. So, that's that. But, I'm gonna make a grilled cheese for this video. Grilled cheese! Anyway. You're gonna want some grass-fed butter, specifically this butter, because it's what I'm using, and it won't have the same flavor if you don't use the same stuff, as everybody knows. Of course you can substitute it if you want, but that's the butter I'm using. And then we have just plain old cheese. Normal, plain old yellow cheese. I don't have the branding for you, I'm sorry. It's just that yellow cheese that comes in those big orange blocks. I like to shred it because it gives it a better flavor and easier to cook. And our last two, but not least ingredients. More cheese! Because apparently we have more cheese. And bread. Oh, and also some more butter. Whipped butter. Not sponsored by any of those things, by the way. None of them. Not sponsored by any of them. Also, you're gonna want like a plastic spatula like this to use for it. If not, it's harder to flip. I've tried using a wooden one and a rubber one. They don't work as well as the plastic. But let's go ahead and grab out our 2 pieces of bread. Also, you don't need to add the cheese from here if you want. This is just some of the extra cheese we have. If we have extra cheese, I like to add it because it gives it a little bit more flavor. And also, if you don't have that much cheese to add on. Also, stainless steel pans work, I guess. I prefer to use a small one. You see, like this one? It's pretty small, standard size. It doesn't look small, but compared to my head, it's about the same size. See? Anyway, also, sorry I haven't been uploading. I've been a bit busy, just so you know. But now that we have our 2 pieces of bread, we can go ahead and set them out like... Oh, wait, I can't reverse it. No! Okay, we set out our bread like this. Or any way you want to. That's just how I'm setting it up. And then I forgot a knife. One knife. Give me the second knife. 2 knives. But I'm not using this one for obvious reasons. I'm using this one because it's my favorite knife in the entire drawer. And I'm going to show you our knife drawer. This is our sharp knife drawer, among other things. Anyway, that's that. And I can set this down here because I'm crouched down for this. Now, we grab our butter. We go ahead and open it up. This is an already used one, so it's not completely full, but that's fine. We don't need it to be completely full. Also, you're going to want to, before anything, you're going to want to cut open your butter. this one, specifically the salted one. It works better with salted butter. You're going to want to cut it open about to the middle point. And that should be pretty good. This is really hard to cut. I did it! You're gonna want to cut this much off. And that should be enough for your cooking. Now, obviously, I don't think I need to explain this, but I am going to just because. Also, don't worry, I did pre-wash my hands. You're gonna want to wash your hands. But, now that we have this butter, we're gonna cut it in half. You see, because now we have two perfectly sized butter pieces. Obviously, and this is something you're gonna want to do. You're gonna want to take this butter and set it in. Don't turn it on yet. Also, be sure to have paper towels handy. Mine are right over here. Also, expect more cooking from now on, because now I'm into it, and I do a lot of cooking. Scoop, towel. Thank you. Don't. Bodhi, you're not getting any of the butter. You can put the rest of that butter away for a later time. But, now we have these. You're going to want to take your butter knife, your dull knife, I should say, and you're going to take a scoop of this butter, unsalted by the way, because if you use salted butter of this, it's way too salty. You're going to want to get a decent amount and just spread it over your bread. White bread is the best for this. I don't think I need to say it, but I am. Just in case. You're going to want to spread it around on both pieces, by the way. But you can go ahead and pop this in after you turn it on and the thing in the butter has melted. And then this can start cooking. So, now every stove is different, but I use a gas stove for my cooking. I like to use the middle cooker here. You just turn it on to high or 6. I like it on 6 because then it cooks decently. Anyway, there we go. This from the camera. Stay here, camera. No, salt shaker. No, pepper shaker. The pepper shaker is my greatest friend here. Anyway, while we wait for the butter to cook, I'm going to apply the butter to our second piece of bread. And then we have another buttered piece of bread. Now we have 2. I'm going to put this one on the bottom because it's got a more even spread after the butter melts. Actually, I usually turn on the butter and then start buttering the bread, but that's fine. I'm just stupid this time because I'm trying to make an entertaining video. Don't worry, I'm not going to blow up my house. I'm not... Oh. Also, if you have a microwave or some fan above your oven or whatever, then that's pretty good because then the stink won't go everywhere. You're going to want to turn it on. Okay, and now we can put in our bread. As you see, it is cooked enough for us to apply bread. And the rest of the butter will melt. We just want to set it right in the middle. The camera just keeps sliding, I'm sorry. Okay, you can go ahead and close this up. I said close it up. Don't let your butter escape from you. It can be quite tedious. Especially if your fingers are covered in butter, which is what paper towels are for. I figured out why it was slipping. The paper towel's right under it. Anyway, now that we've wiped our hands yet again, we can go ahead and apply our cheese. I'm gonna add this first. But again, this is just optional. I'm going to apply these 2 pieces. Only 2. No more, no less. And that'll give it a little bit of spice. Because it's pepper jack. Of course it'll give you spice. It's pepper jack. And then you can add as much of this as you want. I like a fair amount myself. Just 1 second. Okay. See how I have aligned my cheese. Now, we're going to want to do something real quick with the butter. We're going to want to take this cheese, and I don't know how I'm going to position this so you can see. I can just grab the cheese and grab the camera. We're going to want to add some cheese on the front and back side, like this, see? That's the front. Sorry, that's the back. On the front and back side, so you get this nice crust. If you put it on all 4 of the sides, it's very hard to flip. I've tried, trust me, it's so hard. Then, we can go ahead and add your second piece of bread. Make sure it's the same way as the other one. You can go ahead and push it down. Don't use the spatula. Trust me. The butter will get stuck. Now, you're going to want to wait for the cheese on the front and back to burn to a crisp. Trust me, this cheese doesn't taste bad for crisp, and it gives it that crust. And when you flip it, the other side will burn. So, now that we've done that, I'm going to flip. Flip a face. Yes! Terrible job. I did it. Just look at that amazing burnt crust. Okay. And then, a lot of this is just related. You can press down and push back. Now usually, and I know this is a bit sloppy, I like to run all the way over here and grab a paper plate. I use a paper plate because paper plates evaporate in water. Use 2, just so the oil doesn't seep through. And now is the time to add that second piece of butter I told you about. It'll melt and give the bottom side the exact same cook as the front side. See, it's already melting. Then, if we're lucky, it will taste good. Now, I'm not going to put actual bread like that. No, I'm not, because then it might fall back. But anyway, it's cooking. Give it a look. See how it's cooking? See how this is combining with the bottom half? Now, guys satisfying shot of the cookie. Can you see that? Good, because I can too. Now this is cooking. It's fine if the butter comes up. I'll move it around and wait for it to cook. Let's get satisfying shots. And now that the oil is, the butter is brown, we can take our spatula, turn off the burner button. We can take our spatula and our amazingly finished grilled cheese and flip it into the plate. Right here. This is the finished product. Now, it's time for every grilled cheese lover's favorite thing. The cut. Now, this is going to be difficult because I'm using a tablet, but this is the knife. You're going to want to cut it. Actually, we should go this way. Because reasons. This is going to be difficult. Okay. Thumb, get ready for holding this entire thing. Let's go this way. And there's no pull, sadly, because we just slice through it. Most people who want to have an amazing look of their phone, they just cut through the top and cut through the bottom, flipping it around tediously. I don't do that. I'm fine if I don't get perfect cheese. But that's the finished product. I'll test it in 1 second. Because it's time for the perfect thing clean up. You close the cheese, close the butter, put it where it goes. You take your other cheese if you used any, close it up. You take your bread, close it up. And then we take the bread to the fridge. And we deposit the bread into the fridge. Right there, where it goes. And then we take the cheese to the fridge. And we deposit the cheese into the cheese drawer. Yes, it's called that. And then we take the second optional cheese and put it into where it goes. Yes, it doesn't go in the cheese drawer for some reason. I don't know why. But now that we finished cooking, we can dry our hands. Take the towel with you if you didn't use it too much, because you're going to want it for when you need it. And then we can turn off your fan, turn off the lights, and we are going to go to another room. Welcome to the living room, where I'm going to try my delectable dish. We're going to use this small table because there's no other tables in this room. And it's the only place I can get this to stand up properly. Okay, so we've got our delectable cheese. You delight. Stay. Stay. Okay. We've got our delectable cheesy delight. And now, you can take a bite. So delicious. And without further ado, I'm going to end this video. Watch some Doctor Who while eating my delectable dish with my dog here. Bodhi, smile for the camera. Come on. I'll give you a bite if I'll give you a bite if you smile for the camera. This is Bodhi. And then there's Rosalie over here, but she's too shy. And she's also deaf. Here's Rosa. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. This is the end. And that was making grilled cheese with Dharma. Bye-bye!